Hello, my dear students. How are you all doing? I hope you all are great. And if you're watching this video, it probably means that you find the trigonometric proof that questions a bit challenging. But that's absolutely okay. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you some important tips and some tricks that will help you to solve these proof that questions. I'll teach you how to interpret the questions carefully and identify the steps which are needed to solve the questions with ease. So let's get started. Let us begin with the first question. Now, yes, before we move on to the sum, always remember you can use two ways to solve a proof that question. The first method is you can start with the LHS, right? Solve it until you reach your RHS. And the second method is you can start with the LHS, right? Solve it. But here, say, for example, you're not able to get the RHS, then in that case, you can start with the RHS, right? Solve it. So a point will come wherein these two steps, they are equal. And in that way also you can prove your LHS is equal to RHS. Okay. Now let us begin with the first question. So here the LHS that is given to you is 1 plus cot square theta upon 1 plus cosec theta. And you're supposed to prove it equal to cosec theta. Now, you remember I have already told you that your question itself will help you to identify what should be your next step. So here your cosec theta itself is telling you that you don't have any other particular term in the RHS. That means the cot square term of your LHS needs to be eliminated. So try to eliminate cot square theta and try to bring cosec theta in your LHS, right? So now you have already studied an identity. What is identity? Now the identity is cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, right? Now here I want cot square theta. So can I write down this as cosec square theta minus 1? This 1 will come on this side. Minus 1 is equal to cot square theta, right? So now I'll substitute it in this question. So 1 plus, this is, instead of cot square theta, I can write down this as cosec square theta minus 1, and this denominator as it is 1 plus cosec theta. So now your half work is done. Now in your LHS, you don't have any other term except cosec theta. Now the second step. Now again observe your RHS. You don't have any denominator. So this itself is giving you another hint. What is the hint? Try to eliminate this denominator. That means I don't want this denominator in my sum. That means how will you eliminate it? Trying to bring the same particular term in the numerator. Then only the numerator and the denominator will get cancelled, right? So now observe this numerator cosec square theta minus 1. Can I say this is nothing but your a square minus b square identity? So what is the identity? A plus b and a minus b. So I can write down this as cosec theta plus 1 and cosec theta minus 1. And the denominator 1 plus cosec theta, right? Now just observe these two brackets. Cosec theta plus 1 and 1 plus cosec theta. Since there is a plus sign, so even if the order is changed, it is fine. But if it would have been a negative sign, that means if this is cosec theta minus 1 and if this is 1 minus cosec theta, then you cannot cancel it, right? But here you can cancel this. So now what are you left with? 1 plus cosec theta minus 1. So you can just cancel out this and you are left with your RHS. So this is how you can solve the sum by looking or by interpreting the given RHS and this helps you to identify or to think how to proceed with the given sum. Okay, I hope the sum is clear to you. Now let us move on to the second question. Now observe the LHS of the sum. It looks a bit scary with the powers 4, right? And observe the RHS, a sweet small one. right? Now this RHS is giving you a hint. What is the hint? That is your numerator and the denominators are going to get cancelled with each other, right? So now let us begin with the LHS. Now can I write down this sine raised to 4 as sine square theta the whole square? This is going to give me the same thing, plus same thing for the cos, that is cos square theta the whole square, right? And this denominator, as of now, I will keep it as it is. So 1 minus 2 sine square theta and cos square theta. Clear? Now what to do? Now you have studied an identity of a square minus b square. This is a square plus b square. So can you use that identity of a plus b into a minus b in this sum? No. Then how are you going to solve it? Now you have studied one identity, that is a plus b the whole square. What is that identity? The identity is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Correct? Now in this, if I just keep this a square b plus b square on the RHS and just take this term on this side, what will I get? A plus b the whole square minus 2ab is equal to a square plus b square. Do you agree with this? Correct? So now what I'm going to do in this sum, as per this sum, what is my a? As per this sum, that is your a square plus b square is sine square theta plus cos square theta. So my a is sine square theta and my b is cos square theta. Correct? So I will be using now this particular identity in my question. So what I'm going to do, a plus b the whole square. So what is my a? It is sine square theta plus cos square theta. Okay, the whole square. Now remember here, don't get confused. Your a itself is sine square theta and your b itself is cos square theta. So here a plus b the whole square. So a plus b the whole square, right? Minus 2 into a into b. So what is again my a? Sine square theta and b is cos square theta. This denominator as it is. So 1 minus 2 sine square theta into cos square theta. Now here, this is the identity that you have studied. So what is identity? It is nothing but 1. 1 square is nothing but 1 minus 2 sine square theta into cos square theta, the whole upon 1 minus 2 sine square theta into cos square theta. Okay, now just observe. This entire bracket in the numerator is equal to the bracket in the denominator. So can I cancel it? Yes. And this is equal to 1, which is equal to my RHS. So did you understand this sum? So how easy it was, but the only thing you need to remember is this particular step, that is this formula. Okay, so please mark it as important. Now let us move on to the next sum. Now question number 3. If sine theta plus cos theta is root 3, prove that tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 1. So this is your LHS. Now, as I told you again, your RHS is just 1. So try to simplify it. Now tan and cot, try to convert it into sine and cos. So tan theta can be written as sine upon cos and cot can be written as cos theta upon sine theta. What can you do next? We'll just cross multiply. So this will be multiplied with this and this with this. So what do you get? Sine square theta plus cos square theta. And in the denominator, sine theta into cos theta. Is this clear? Now you have already studied an identity, sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So let me write it as 1 upon sine theta into cos theta. right? But what is your requirement? Your requirement is that I just need 1. So what does that indicate? It indicates that somehow I have to prove sine theta into cos theta as 1. But you can't write it as 1 on your own. So here, now since this data is given to you, so we will be utilizing this data. So let us utilize this data. So we'll write down this data first as it is sine theta plus cos theta is equal to root 3. Now when can you get a term sine theta into cos theta? If I just square both the sides, right? If I just square both the sides, I can apply here a plus b the whole square identity. So it is a square plus 2 into a into b. So in this way I got your sine theta into cos theta term plus b square is equal to root 3 square is 3. Now this sine square theta and plus cos square theta is nothing but 1. Okay, plus 2 sine theta into cos theta is equal to 3. Now this one will go on the other side, and what are you left with? 2 sine theta into cos theta, 3 minus 1, which is going to give you 2. And this 2 will go in the denominator, right? And this gives you 1. Right? So in this way, you got the value of sine theta into cos theta as 1. So now what you are going to do, you are going to write down this as equation 1, this one as 2, correct? So now you will substitute the value from 2 to 1. So substituting 2 in 1. What do you get? So in place of this sine theta cos theta, I can write down this as 1. So 1 by 1 is nothing but 1. So this is equal to RHS. Is this clear? So now we'll move on to the next question. Now this question number 4 seems a little bit tricky, but I'll share with you some 3-4 small tips that will help you to solve this question easily. Okay, so now let us begin. Now first observe your question. See the RHS sec theta, tan theta, and in your LHS you don't have sec theta, neither you are having tan theta. So what you are going to do, you're trying to bring the sec theta, tan theta in your question. So how you can bring that? So what you will be doing, you will be just dividing your numerator and denominator by cos theta. Now why did I choose cos theta? So first I'll just write down this sine theta upon cos theta minus cos theta upon cos theta, and this become plus 1 upon cos theta upon the denominator. Also the same step you are going to do, sine theta upon cos plus cos upon cos and minus 1 upon cos theta. Now why did I choose cos? Because sine by cos will give me tan, 1 by cos will give me sec. Okay, so now you are going to write down this as tan theta minus 1 plus sec theta. Same way the denominator also tan theta plus 1 minus sec theta. Okay, so the first step is done. Second step, observe the numerator. The numerator is 1. So this numerator gives you a hint. That is, whatever is there in the numerator in your question is getting eliminated with something that is there in the same thing that is there in the denominator. So now your next job is what? Try to bring the same numerator in your denominator. Now here is your second tricky step. This 1, you're going to substitute this 1 with the identity. So here I will write down the numerator as it is, and this tan theta minus sec theta also as it is. Instead of this plus 1, I will write it as sec square theta minus tan square theta. Now why only this identity? Because I want sec and tans only in my question. Okay, so now can you apply your a square minus b square identity? So we'll apply this in the next step. So this numerator, no change in the numerator, you will write it as it is. And the denominator, you will be substituting the identity, that is plus sec plus theta, sec plus tan theta, and sec minus tan theta. Clear? Now, observe this carefully. Here, if you see this bracket, tan theta minus sec theta, and this one is sec theta minus tan theta. The two brackets here, the sign is negative, but the order of the terms is different. So here you have to change the order. How will you change the order? So for that, the numerator, we will be writing it as same tan theta minus 1 plus sec theta upon, observe the denominator. Now here what I'll do, instead of writing tan minus sec, I will change it as sec minus tan. But for that, I need to take minus sign as common. So I'll write down here minus sec theta minus tan theta. So this step is an important step. Okay. Remaining, I will be writing it as it is. So that is sec theta plus tan theta and sec theta minus tan theta. Now observe this. These two brackets are the same. Yes. Can I take it as common? Now for that, again, many students will get confused over here. So just pay attention. Here, suppose if I give you, say, minus a plus ab as a question. And if I ask you to factorize it, how will you do? You will take a as common, correct? And what are you left with? Minus 1 plus b. Yes, you have already studied this. So in the same way, we are going to solve it, or we are going to apply it to this particular sum. So in this sum, your a is your sec theta minus tan theta. So you can see this is common. So your a plus ab, a is sec theta minus tan theta. It is present over here in this also as well as in this. So I will be writing down the numerator as it is, that is tan theta minus 1 plus sec theta upon, in the denominator I will be taking this sec theta minus tan theta common. So sec theta minus tan theta, right? And now what is left? Here minus, don't forget this minus, just like here minus 1, because I have taken this a out, this a is out, so this will be minus 1, right? Plus from these two, again, this from these two, your a is already moving out, so what are you left with? You're left with b, that is this term. So this is sec theta plus tan theta. Okay, so here you have to be a bit careful. Now observe this bracket, tan theta minus 1 plus sec theta, tan theta minus 1 plus sec theta. You have to see whether the signs are the same or not. Tan theta has plus sign, plus sign. 1 has minus sign, minus sign. And sec has plus, sec has plus. So this entire bracket will get cancelled. So finally, what are you left with? 1 upon sec theta minus tan theta. And this is how you get your RHS. So the sum is no doubt a bit lengthy, but if you practice it once or twice, you're sure to solve it correctly. So just mark it as important. Alright students, that's all for today. So in today's video, we have discussed question 1 to 4. And in the next video, we'll be discussing question number 5 onwards. So see that you watch that video, as the sums in the next video will be a bit more tricky and important, as they are expected in your coming board exams. So do watch that video without fail. Thank you for watching. Keep growing and keep smiling.